Fishy is here to help me tell you guys about some of my favorite comic collections. So, I am not your traditional comic book reader, but I always loved reading like the Sunday comics in the paper. And if you are also like that, then you're going to love this list of recommendations. These are 5 books that are comic collections. The first one is called Heart and Brain Onward to Good Things by Nick Silic. I first came into contact with these comics online through the author's social media channel, and I love them. So the main characters of this comic series are different organs of the body. So you have brain and heart, which are the 2 main characters. And as you can imagine, brain and heart don't always agree on the same things and what they want to do. And you also feature some other bodily parts as characters, such as the colon or the gallbladder, lungs. It's just hilarious to think about if these organs of our body had personalities, what they would be like and how they would interact together. So I just find this collection very humorous and entertaining. This specific one focuses on kind of the gloomier parts of life and how we get through that. So it's very heartwarming. This is definitely one that I recommend. The next one I recommend, I actually have a copy of, which is Book Love by Debbie Tung. And this book was a random pickup one from the library. It was not from the library, from Books A Million. It was on clearance that day. And so I got it because just look how cute it is. And the inside part here was just adorable. You can tell I've already tabbed up my copy with some of my favorite ones. This is all about a girl who loves books. Which, as you can imagine, I relate to very much so. And if you are a book lover or a book addict like I am, you are going to relate to so many of these in this collection. So it's just hilarious. If you have a bookworm in your life, you should buy this for them. They're going to be thoroughly entertained by the stories, the little pictures and stories in here. I loved it. This next one was also a social media discovery. So this is Strange Planet by Nathan W. Pyle. You may have seen some of these across your radar. It's a story about little aliens that live here on Earth, and the way that they describe their daily interactions is just hilarious. There's one that comes to mind where the aliens have a cat on their lap and they're talking about how the cat is vibrating because it is purring. And it's just how aliens would see the mundane things in our human day-to-day lives and how they would describe them is what makes this collection hilarious. So I love it. This one always cheers me up and makes me grin. And it's just light and it's funny. So I highly recommend this one to you as well. This is one of the first comic collections that I bought, Little Moments of Love by Katana Comics. So I think this is the first book that Katana had put out. It all started in 2016 when her and her boyfriend John, I guess, started dating, or they had been dating for a while at that point. But she would make little comics based on their relationship and just their day-to-day life of being a young couple in love with each other. And it's really funny too because Katana herself is really short, whereas John is like over 6 foot tall. So there's a big height discrepancy between them two. And it's just a really cute story about a girl and a guy that are just obsessed with each other, but also just going through daily life. And it's really cute and heartwarming. So this is a story about their love story. When I bought this one, my oldest son, I think he was maybe 8 or 9 at the time, and he read through this and he thought some of these were so funny. And this is one of the books that we would pick up and read little comics together in. So this one has been read so many times. It's very well loved. It also has really cute in paper illustrations on it as well. So if you're just looking for a heartwarming love story with comics that will make you smile, but just warm your heart as well, I definitely recommend Katana Comics and Little Moments of Love. This last book on my recommendations for you is Cats Are People Too by Dave Coverley. This is one that I grabbed from the library, I think last year, because I love cats. If that's not obvious, I love cats and I find them super funny. This is all about cats, and it's a mixture of cats kind of living like human-esque lives, but adding in like your cliches of cat behavior, if that makes any sense. So you might have just cats going by day-to-day stuff and then them chasing mice or just the funny ways that cats behave, but subverted a little bit to make them seem as if they're living like a day-to-day life like sophisticated humans would, but make it cats. So cats are people too. You can see on the back of the cover it has like it's like a yoga class led by a cat cleaning itself to kind of give you an idea of cats in our daily lives. But these are just so funny and one that I recommend. I love comic collections. They cheer me up. They're a fun palate cleanser between like the heavier books that I read or very deep world building books that I read. So these are just fun to mix into the reading retinue and to a smile on your face. So if you have any comic collections that you recommend, please let me know.